What's good, Ravens fans? Today, I want to talk about something interesting. I believe it was the Bleacher Report that put out some trade scenarios they believe will work for teams. And if we go to the Baltimore Ravens, they had a very unique scenario that I think is super interesting. I want to get you guys' opinions on it, so please leave it in the comments below. Also, quick thing, if you want to join our team, help us make videos to make sure the fans always have content to watch, please check out the email in the description. Now, let's talk about this trade. A lot of different people have already talked about it, so I'm not really going to talk about it from a standpoint of if it will happen, but most likely I'm going to talk about kind of the things around it, and that's Patrick Queen for Chase Young. Now, I like Patrick Queen. You guys know that for me, Patrick Queen was one small step down last year from Roquan Smith, right? A lot of people make it seem like Roquan Smith was an A+ and Patrick Queen was a C and was only good at the end of the season because of Roquan. I don't believe that, because I thought he was good at the beginning of the season last year. And again, I have not always been a fan of him. I've not always been a fan of Patrick Queen, but I watched the games, I watched the tape, I rewatch it. He played well the entire season, much better than he has in the last couple of seasons. So I think last year he was at a B+ level. I thought Roquan was at an A- level, right? That's close. However, everyone else disagrees with me. The Ravens disagree with me. Fine, not a problem, right? But the reason that this trade is interesting, the first reason is that the player on the other end really has the highest ceiling of any player drafted in the past couple of years. Chase Young can be a truly, and I mean truly, dominant player if he ever evolves into what everyone thought he was going to be. And he had a good rookie season, but injuries, didn't really help him. The Redskins have another pass rusher who's really good as well. And so it's just not been a fit there, but the potential on this guy is amazing. It's crazy. And I love Patrick Queen, but the potential alone makes me think that we may need to take a shot at him. Now, again, you'll ask, okay, what does that do to your other pass rushers, right? Because we have a couple who have high potential as well. And you have Ojabo, who, from everything everybody's been saying, is doing really well. We have Owe, who I'm hard on Owe. I'm not a fan of what he's been doing, but a lot of you guys love Owe, right? And he has the intangibles, right? He isn't as strong as a Chase Young is, but he's as fast as Chase Young is, and probably faster, right? Do you really want another physical specimen with high potential? And that's what Chase Young is right now. Right now, again, Chase Young's rookie season was better than any season always had. That's, undisputed. So that it's just so tantalizing to have a chance at that when Patrick Queen probably isn't going to be here at the end of the season anyway. Now, are there other players you can get for Patrick Queen? 100%. I really do think that. There's no doubt to me. Again, I know you guys hate Patrick Queen. Patrick Queen, in my opinion, is a top 12, 15 linebacker in this league. So meaning he can start on any team because many teams play, 3-4s. Right now, the teams that play a 4-3, he would actually be a great fit for them, because in a 4-3, you do need a linebacker who's rangy at that middle linebacker spot, and that's his greatest strength, is that he's quick and he's fast. However, less linebackers means you also need someone who's good at decision making. That's not his strong suit. But I think he can fit in many places in the NFL. I think he can get him for a cheap price, and I think that many teams want that and would love to throw a contract at him, for the right price. Say, hey, you can be part of our future. A 3 years guaranteed, contract, not guaranteed, but enough money that it's not a zero, year. So I really think that a lot of teams like him. How many teams like Chase Young? I don't know, because he doesn't come with those same benefits as, again, Patrick Queen. If you get Chase Young and he has a great season, you're going to have to pay him big bucks, right? You have to pay pass rushers big bucks in order to keep them. One good season, and we've seen this, the Ravens have seen this, that we have players like Kruger, Judon, who have one big season and then, get taken away from us. We had the guy who, again, I forgot his name, but first he went to Green Bay. Now I believe he's in Minnesota, right? He was supposed to come back to our team this year. These players had one good season for us, or 1.5 good seasons for us, and then got swept off. That is what's going to happen, I think, with Chase Young. If we sign him, we have to give him a big time contract, because I think other teams will love to do that. There's bad teams that will just do it just for the name, right? And the potential. You can sell your town something. The Texans will say, oh man, we had JJ Watt, now we have this guy, So it's just, that is what I'm thinking. Again, this is kind of a rant because, I wanted to get this out to you guys and talk about it. But man, it's tantalizing. I really, though, want to hear what you guys have to say. What do you guys think about this? Do you think Patrick Queen for Chase Young is a good idea? I'm still on the fence, but I'm leaning yes, only because you're going to lose Patrick Queen anyway. The only thing I would say is that look at your other middle linebackers. Is Malik Harrison ready to step in? The rookie that we drafted, when is he going to be ready? Is he going to be ready before the trade deadline? If so, take a flyer, try to get Chase Young. If your pass rush is not great at the beginning of the year, get him in there and see what he can really do. I don't see why we wouldn't do that, but it's interesting. It's interesting. And again, I want to know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much. Go Ravens.